welcome back to Sudoku Topology with puzzle A4. We have hit a new tier of difficulty, so I don't know exactly how that is going to impact things, but I suspect it will be, at the very least, a medium amount. And I see we have our first, it looks like a vanilla arrow puzzle here on this cube. So this has the digits 1 through 9, so standard Sudoku digits, and our boxes here are actually sort of the easiest to understand, which is that it's the slices vertically and then the 2 ways horizontally as well. So basically, the 3 dimensions, every way of slicing through the cube. The last puzzle that we did in this setup, we learned that there's actually a fair amount of forcing that happens, because, like, for example, if I know where this digit is in the second face of the cube, then I know where it is immediately in the bottom of the cube. So last time we did this, we did, in fact, quite a lot of coloring. We'll see if we end up doing that this time. Anyway, so the standard thing I'm supposed to say about arrows is I've got a 3-cell arrow, all of which is in one region, namely the front face of this cube. So these 3 digits are different. The minimum sum 3 different digits sum to is 6 as 1, 2, 3. So this number here is 6, 7, 8, or 9, and these numbers are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the biggest that I can possibly get. Now, in addition to that, I have this one really long arrow, and actually, if you look at it, you'll see that this one really long arrow here goes through these 3 cells, which are all together in a region, and so those sum to a minimum of 6, plus whatever that number is and whatever that number is. So those sum to a minimum of 2, because they could both be 1, as far as I can tell. And so that means that this arrow actually sums to a minimum of 8. And that means that I actually can't possibly put a number bigger than 4 in here. So if I tried to put a 5 somewhere along here, then the minimum sum of these would be 1, 2, 5, which is 8. 1, 1, that's already 10. So these are assuredly at most 4, and these are actually at most 2 for the same reason, which is that if they were anything else, then if they were anything bigger than 1 or 2, then we would have this problem that they would sum to at least 4, and then this would break the bank and get us to 10. Okay, so what I see is that 1, 2 sees the entirety of this arrow. And so in particular, that means this arrow that I previously said could be 6, 7, or 8, or 9 can't actually be 6 or 7 anymore, because I can't ever put both 1 and 2 on this arrow. It will break this this face that I have here, because I can't have too many 1, 2s. So I can't make this sum to 6, it can't be 1, 2, 3, and I can't make it sum to 7. That only works as 1, 2, 4. So this is the other 8, 9, actually, is what has happened. So we actually have an 8, 9 pair here, which actually pushes this number somewhat. Because this number is now forced to be at least 4, because this 2-cell arrow also can't be just 1 and 2, and these 2 numbers are different. So they're at least 1 and 3, which also, to be clear, seems wildly implausible to me, but at least it's vaguely possible. And so now it sums to at most 7. So we've got that this is from 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. Okay. So this doesn't have any numbers on it that are larger than 6, at least for sure. Okay, I'm trying to... Okay, so I know, for example, these sum to at most 7. So there has to be a 1 and a 2 included in these cells. Otherwise, I have already sort of blown up the bank, so to speak. So in here, I was hoping that I could sort of extend this to say some more. Like, it tells me this cell certainly isn't a 1 or a 2. And I was hoping I could say something like, oh, that means these can't be a 1-2 pair, or they have to be a 1-2 pair, or whatever. But I don't think it does, because these get seen only very obliquely by the 3 cells here down the center. Okay, actually, sorry, I do see something nice now, actually. These can't be a 1-2 pair because this cell can't be 1 or 2 anymore. That I thought didn't do anything, but it does do something, because these 2 cells now both see both of the cells on this arrow that can be 1 or 2. If these were a 1-2 pair, that would assuredly destroy this arrow, because now these would sum. This arrow would now sum to a minimum of 3, 4, 5. That is not going to work. And so, now, does that mean they can't? Oh, of course they can't be a 2-2 pair. Right. Okay, sorry. I have missed the easy point here. When I said these have to be from 1 or 2, one of them is assuredly 1, because if they're both 2, then the minimum would be 1, 2, 3 up the yellow, plus 2 is 10. So one of them is a 1. So the easier way to do this is to say, well, one of them is a 1, so there's no 1 on this arrow. But now this is a 3-cell arrow with no repeated digits. The minimum it can sum to is 2, 3, 4, which is 9. So in fact, that's a 9, that's an 8. These are 2, 3, 4. And now if this arrow, the long one, now only sums to 8, now it has to be minimized as 1, 2, 3 up the middle, and 1, 1 down the sides. That sums to 8. And that tells me where the 1 goes, which is there, because it needs to go somewhere. And now we've got all the 1s in the puzzle. And we have our 2, 3 pair over there. And now there's no 1 on this arrow. And so this arrow now sums to a minimum of 2 plus 3, which is 5. And these are certainly from, just for the record, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the biggest I can put on here. Okay, and now I can start doing a little geometry. Oh, actually, I don't even have to do geometry. The sort of middle slice of the cube, that one, has a 2, 3 pair in it, so this digit is a 4. And so these are a 2, 3 as well. And I can actually say that 2, 3 is not that one, so it's that one. And so these two are the same. They can be that one, and I can get rid of the yellow from there because I don't really need to keep track of that anymore. So anything that sees yellow and pink isn't 2, 3, and I can actually place the yellow and pink in the face that they're not on. So like yellow on the top face is here. That's the yellow 2, 3. Pink in the middle face is here, which it had better be because we need a 2, 3 on this. And this isn't 2, 3 because there's a 2, 3 pair in that same slice that we mentioned before. Okay, so this is not 5 anymore. This is now only 6 or 7. So we've placed all the yellows and all the pinks and all the 1s. at the very least. Okay, so now, let's see. So what is this face? This face is missing 4, 5, 6, and 7 is the answer. That seems like 2. Oh, 5, 6, and 7 is the answer. Sorry, it's missing 5, 6, and 7. And I know that one of these two cells is a 5. It had a 4 there. That was what I was missing. Oh, weird. This can't be a 4 for a ridiculous reason. I'm trying to see if there's a nice way to see this. The way I want to articulate it is dumb. Okay, I don't have any way to say it but the dumb way, which is that if this digit is a 4, where does 4 go on the top face? And the answer is there. And that's not a good place for 4 to go because there's already a 1 there. Okay. Please tell me in the comments what the nice way to say that is, because that feels like I'm explaining a simple thing in a convoluted way, but I don't understand right now what the simple thing in the convoluted way is. I feel like it's something like I've corner marked a 4 somewhere or something, but I don't know. Okay, so anyway, so that means this is a 5 by weird logic I don't understand, which now means this is a 2 and this is a 7, because that's now the minimum the arrow can sum to. So yellow is 3, pink is 2. We can unpinken and unyellowen. Oh, sorry, we should fill in the 3 before we unyellowen. So these aren't 7 anymore. They are 5 and 6. Okay. Which now means that if I look at this middle slice in this dimension, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so the only things it needs are 7, 8, and 9. And so this one sees 8 and 9, so it's a 7. And these two are an 8, 9 pair. This 5 actually just sees that cell is a 6. And so that cell is a 5. If I look at the top, I'm missing 4 and 6, it looks like. So I think these two cells are a 4, 6 pair that I don't think is resolved yet, until I think slightly harder. Now if I ask myself where 9 is in the middle horizontal face, I know where it is. So 9's actually placed there in the middle horizontal face, which will actually resolve that that's an 8. And let me place the last 9 in the grid, which is there. And these are a pair. I wonder if I know where one of them is. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3. I need a 4 and a 7, and it is resolved. So that's the 4 and... So that's the 4, and that's the 7. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I broke it. Oh, when I said I need a 4 and a 7, I didn't get that right. I need a 4, and I need an 8. How about that? A 4 and an 8. Okay, so that's still the 4, but that's actually an 8. Okay. Misscanned. Okay, so that lets me place the last 8. Oh, sorry, no, that was the last 8. I could have placed this 8 already. That would have made my life easier. I can certainly place the last 4 now. So that's a 6 and that's a 4. I should be able to place the last 6, which is going to go over there. Let's see, and I've only got 2 cells left. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a 5, which seems like it's going to go there. And on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I need a 7, which seems like it's going to go there. Very nice. I am enjoying the string of sort of one constraint puzzles that use the geometry of the sort of the topology part, and also use sort of the natural deductions that go with those. So these have been sort of hitting that nice variant Sudoku classic feel. So very nice. I quite enjoyed that one. So leave a comment, leave a like, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for another adventure in Sudoku Topology.